Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. You saw that right. I am using waterglass eggs from June of 2023. And the first thing I look for is the water. Is the water cloudy? And that is the first thing, my first indication of if I should use this or not. So for this recipe, I'm going to be taking out about 3 or 4 eggs, and I use my clean washed hand. Some people use a spoon. I feel that I can feel around the egg better, and I'm not knocking into eggs, so I don't accidentally crack any. So the first thing I do is the float test. If it floats to the top or on the top of the water, then I immediately throw that one out. You can see these are not floating. They're actually not enough water to cover them, but they're not floating. So these are still good. So the next test I do, actually that one I found is cracked, and that's going right into my recycle bin, my compost bin. And I have my 3 eggs here. None of them are floating, as you can see. So what I do is I wash them. And as I was washing them, I always noticed that these shells seem a lot thinner than when I first put them in. So I'm really careful. So I have one here that I thought was fine, but when I looked at it more carefully, I saw this. I'm going to crack it and see if it's still good or not. And I may or may not use this. It looks good, but that area right there is really concerning. So I'm going to crack it. It looks fine. The next thing I'm going to do is smell it before I move on. And I smelt it, and I may or may not use this one. So I have my eggs here, and I decided not to use that one that had the black mark on it. I got another one out, tried it to the float test, washed it, cracked it open, smelt it before I added it to my other 2. Now, I'm going to make fried rice. This is something we make probably about 2 or 3 times a month. I have some leftover rice. Nice, quick, easy thing to do with your leftover rice. This is actually seasoned rice. It's actually seasoned with some chicken broth that we had a meal 2 nights ago. But I'm going to do chicken fried rice. I was going to do pork fried rice, so since this is seasoned already with chicken, I'm going to do chicken. So in go my eggs, and I'm going to just scramble them up as I would normally. And as you can see, I did use a little bit of butter, and they smell fine as they're cooking. They smell just like regular fresh eggs. I don't have any more left in my house after the Thanksgiving holiday, so I'm going to use my waterglass eggs to make this. And I'm going to try them. This is the last test. I'm going to try them and see how they taste. So, yeah. So they are still good because I'm here to record and edit this video. They are still good after actually almost 2.5 years, because it's December 2025 now. And that was the last one I had in 2023, the last jar I had. So I think that that's probably the furthest I would push it. 2.5 years, and I probably wouldn't go any longer than that. Not that I have had them last that long, but I used them up way before that. This jar was pushed to the back, and it got overlooked when I put the new ones down there. But I'm rearranging things and tried to stay on top of it, and I found it, so I used it first. So onto making my fried rice. You see me make this before. I'm cheating a little bit with the packets from the store and some sauce from the store as well. Usually I make my own sauce from scratch, but using a little bit of help here from the store, it helps cut down on time and makes things quick and easy. Something I really like. So in goes my rice. This comes together so easy. You can have dinner on the table in, depending on whether you already have your rice. I suggest using day-old rice, 2-day-old rice, because it just holds together a little bit better. And you will have a better product. It wouldn't be as mushy as if you use fresh rice. So I didn't have any peas and carrots left, but I'm using a can of peas and a can of carrots. And I'm putting in this case, like I said, it's going to be chicken and we're going to just go with that. I'm going to let this come together a little bit more and evaporate that liquid. And then I'm putting in the chicken here. I like to make this ahead of time, maybe like an hour or two, just so those seasonings meld in together. So I'm adding those eggs, those water glass eggs that I fried up at the very beginning. And this is going to be dinner tonight, chicken fried rice. And like I said, we do this probably about 2 or 3 times a month. So about once a week or so. Or once every 10 days, we'll say. So here it is. It is ready to go, and I'll let this sit, and we'll have dinner of it. And the juice that came off the veg, the peas and the carrots, I'll put in my fridge, and we'll use it for gravy or boiling rice or boiling pasta in the coming days. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. God bless, and remember, stay safe and keep prepping.